Okay, guys, welcome again for the Selenium sessions. So today, guys, from today we will start to write our more code. Okay, today we will see how we can create our utilities. Hmm? Utilities means what? We will be try to create our own wrapper classes. Fine, over the actual methods which Selenium uses. Why? Because see, understand in today's word scenario or in automation industry, there is always automation framework written. Yes, in that automation framework how it is written means what is the crux for that. So basically, guys, all the methods that we write in the automation framework, these are basically the reusable methods. Hmm? So we can actually reuse them in the entire code that I am writing. So what they have done, what everyone does, understand. So people, those who are into this automation work, they usually create a wrapper. Hmm? They try to create some methods on the top of the Selenium methods. So that we will see today how we can create that. And then from today, we will try to improve our utility part because that will be really required whenever I will be start writing my automation framework. Okay, perfect. Now, let us understand one concept before starting that part. Let me just remove this out. Okay. Uh, okay, let me just open one paint diagram for you. Just give me a second. See this. Let us understand one concept today. Does you know about the session ID concept? Hmm? What is session ID? User sessions are created. So understand. This is a Amazon website for time being. You understand that. Okay, it is an Amazon application. Fine. Or even if it is not an Amazon application, forget about it. You just do take your code from your own. Yesterday we have written some code, lines of code. So I'm doing, I am just taking few lines of code for you from here only. Copy it, and what I'll do, I'll just try to paste it here. Okay. And let us understand what I really want to say. So these are the three lines of code that I have written. Okay. This is my scripting. This is my Eclipse or IntelliJ or whatever IDE I'm using. Now understand the concept. Now what happens as soon as I'm writing the first line, what was happening, guys? It was actually connecting with my Chrome driver exe file or the server. है ना? This line was doing what? It was actually connecting me with my Chrome driver exe file or the server. So I'm writing it was connecting with my Chrome driver .exe file or server in the form of what? In the form of HTTP request. And the same server was taking my request to where? Yesterday we have seen it was taking my request to mm, my actual browser, or I must say the replica of my actual browser. So I'm just writing a line here. It is what? Replica of the actual browser. Okay. So this is my actual browser. So how things were happening? That this line was actually going to my first of all Chrome browser driver. Just give me a second. And the same browser driver was doing what? Connecting with or opening a replica of the actual browser for me. And everything was working there itself. Perfect. Okay. But internally, what was happening, guys? Understand? So internally, as soon as my Chrome driver browser is opening now, what happened? Session got created. Okay. So this session was, I'll take now, just a second. Okay. So this session was creating a session ID for me in this way. Okay. Just a second. A session ID was created. Let us suppose I'm giving the name to the session ID is 123 for time being. Okay. I'll show you how the session ID is created. But let us suppose as soon as my server got hit and my actual browser or replica of that got opened, at the same time, I got a session created for the user. Okay. At the same time, session ID becomes 123. Let it be something like this. Now, when I was hitting this particular command, this second command, what was happening? Hmm? It was again going to my Chrome driver and again going to my replica, opening my google.com. But what was the session ID at that case, guys? Hmm? So in this case, in all the cases, session ID remains constant until and unless I am logging out from my browser now, or I am providing a close or the quit command, my session ID whatever I want to do from my upper script to the lower script, if I really want to fetch the title, a request or HTTP request will be sent from my script to my Chrome driver exe file and to my actual replica, ठीक है, with the same session ID concept. So session ID for the user remains same until and unless what? I am logging out the browser. Perfect. So I'm saying session ID remains throughout same around 123. But the question is, which is also an interview question and which also drives one more important thing. If I write something like this, okay, driver dot quit, or I write driver dot close, what happens? That again one more request will be created. It will be going to my browser, means driver, and then to my actual browser. And in that case also, guys, session ID remains same. Until and unless I am logging out, na, session ID remains same. That's 123. But now the concept is, tell me after this, after closing the browser, quitting the browser, if I really want to fetch the title of the page, what will happen? Will I get the title printed? Will this driver got dot get title hit this server? Or will it actually reach to the server? Means to the actual browser? Hmm? Let us see. What will happen if I am actually closing or quitting my browsers and I really want to fetch the title of the page? This is very, very important interview question, guys. That will also drive you to one of the difference between quit and close. Let us see to that part, and then we will move forward. So what I'm doing, I'll just try to create one more class as session ID concept class with a main method, and that's it. And what I'm doing, let me just try to copy some of the code from my previous file. And I'm doing this, launching my driver, Google, okay. And let us just fetch the title. Okay, perfect. So 3 lines I have written here. First line, second line, third line. Okay. And at the last, I'm writing, okay, let us say, let me try to fetch the URL also. Driver dot get current URL and storing it where? In my current URL. Okay. And let me try to uh, mm, print it also. Okay. And let me try to print the URL also. How we will get to know about the session ID, guys? I'll show you. You know, logically, means visually you cannot see, but I'll show you how we can see it. I'm just writing, first of all, printing current URL is perfect. Now, after fetching the current URL, what do I want to do? First of all, let us see about driver.quit. What will happen if I am quitting the driver? And then what will happen if I really want to get the title again? Okay, and I'm storing it inside string title 2. That's it. But how to show this? See, right now I'll get something, but let us try to debug it. And let us try to run my code in the debugger mode. How to debug the code, guys? I've shown you a couple of examples previously also in the Java. Can I just double click here? Means at whatever line you want to start the debugger mode. I really want that this line should be worked. And then from this line, my debugger should start working. So see this, I am launching my, first of all, let me close if something else is there. Pane diagram. Okay, Leprica. Mm, just give me a second. Okay, let it be. Fine. So now let me launch my things in the, sorry, debug as Java application. Now see what will happen. So first of all, a browser will be launched because of this 10th line, you know, but it will be stopped till here. Let it come. Can you see? It just stopped it here. And do I have anything in my show view in my console right now? No, I don't have anything because I'm not printing it anything. Okay? But see one important thing. As soon as my driver got launched on the Chrome, just hover on this driver. Can you see one important thing? What is that? On the last line, see this. Oh, see the last line. Uh, okay, it's not coming. See this. Can you see this? This one? The Chrome driver, Chrome on Windows, and some bigger line is there encoded something like, what is this? This is the session ID I was talking about. Hmm? Just can you remember the session ID for the, just for the demo purpose? C1 AC is a starting point. Perfect. Now let me step over. Means let me perform this action and let me print Google on this console. Means on this browser. Okay. Now see, Google has been here. Now let us see what is the driver here right now. Can you see the same driver, guys? C1 AC. That means session ID remains same. Okay. Now let me more step it over and let us just try to fetch the title. Step over. And till here, the session ID remains same. Yes or no? C1 AC. Okay. Let it print the title also. Okay. Now the title is printed and it is now on this line. So until and unless 17 line is not what? Run. We have just run my 15th line. So let us see what is the title till here. So driver, the title is still C1 AC. Okay. Let me now try to fetch the current URL. Now see, what is the title here? It is again C1 AC. And let me now try to print my current URL also. See, current URL got printed. And what is the driver here till here? It is C1 AC. Okay. Now just hover it on 21 line also. Till here, since I have not quit the browser, see, browser is still here. I have not quit it. So till here, guys, again the session ID remains C1 AC only. But now see, as soon as I am stepping over and doing what? Quitting my browser. Browser gone. Perfect. But see, again hover on this driver. What can you see? The session ID becomes null. Why? We don't have any browser. We have quitted it. So no session is there. Hence, the driver session ID becomes null. Now, if I really want to fetch the title here again, see, it is giving me again the session ID null here on hovering it on this driver. Will it going to print the driver for you? Means title for you? See this. I am again stepping over and see now what will you get. You are getting some exception. What is the exception? That Nishant, this is no such session exception. Why? Session ID is null. A very important concept. What happens? See, it is again, see, it is saying that Nishant, are you trying to call the driver after quitting it? So you will be getting a session ID is null. Hence, a exception called as what? No such session exception. Got it? What happens when you don't, when you quit the browser, okay, and you try to fetch something from the browser, you get no such session exception with the session ID is null. Perfect. Okay. Let us try to do the same thing via your close also. And let us see what is the difference then among close and quit. Uh, okay. Same thing remains same, everything. Let me just try to again launch my things in debugger mode. Okay. First of all, obviously the browser will be launched. Where it is? It is here. Nothing is there right now. And let me open my console also. Console. Can you see nothing is there? Perfect. Okay. But now let me stepping out. Just give me a second. Let me step over. And let me try to uh, first of all check what is the session ID now. Session ID this time, guys, will be different. Why? Because new session is lost. See, it is now what? C855. Earlier it was what? CA1C. But this time session ID is the same, is different, sorry. Okay. Let me step over. Now, did I open my Google? Yes. And now see what is session ID here. It is again C855. Okay. Can I print the title or can I fetch the title? Yes. So during fetching the title, still your session ID remains C855. And now let me print it. See, title got printed. What is session ID here? Till here, session ID remains same. Now let me try to fetch the current URL also. Okay. See, what is session ID here? It is C855. Let me print the current URL now. See, print it. Now see, till here, guys, session ID remains same. है ना? But as soon as I'm closing the driver this time, see what is session ID here. Now hover it on this. Session ID is not null. Session ID is still the same. C855. Then is it really working? See this. Let me just try to get the title now. Perfect. Now see this. What you're getting. Just come over here or forget about this connection reset. Come here. What are you getting? you are still getting no such session exception, but this time the message is different. What is this? It is saying, Nishant, the session ID this time is invalid. It is not null, but it is either expired or it is invalid. Hence, the session ID which you are using now is not working. Why? Because you have already closed your browser. So guys, this is a major difference between your close and quit. What? If you're really closing the browser now, driver.close, at that time session ID does not become null, but it becomes invalid, throwing you a no such session exception with the invalid session ID or the expired session ID. But whenever you are quitting the driver browser, at that time your session ID becomes null. You will be getting the same exception name, but with a different message. Got it? An interview question and a difference, one of the difference between close and quit. Hmm? Understood the concept? So both case will work definitely same together, that after closing anything, you cannot fetch anything from the browser. Not at all allowed. Why? Because if it is no browser, nothing is there, how will you fetch it? Hmm? But this is a concept that session ID becomes null and invalid in both the different cases. Got it? Okay. So I hope you should, try to keep writing things, whatever things I am showing to you, because see, for everything I cannot provide you the notes. Something you have to write, whatever you are reading in the sessions also. Okay, fine. Now let us do what? Let us try to, I'll just remove this debugger point and let me just try to run in the normal mode. It will give me the same sort of exception things. Let me close the debugger mode. Perfect. See, I'm getting what? Again, if I'm running the entire thing, it is giving session ID is invalid. Okay, let it be. Perfect. I don't want to write it in this way. Now, what I was talking about 10 minutes back, I was talking about some wrapper classes, wrapper methods. Hmm? So now whatever code that I have written here, guys, tell me, this get method, get title method, get current URL methods, from where I am getting? These are the methods from the Selenium only. And with the help of driver, I am able to fetch them. But as a best coding practice, we usually don't use these Selenium methods directly. Why to call these methods every time? Hmm? Can we create some wrapper methods on the Selenium defined methods only? Our own customized method? Hmm? But what is the use of creating our own customized method? You can ask me, Nishant, can't we use directly these methods only from Selenium? Yes, we can use it. But then what is the best use case for creating your wrapper methods individually? First, you can reuse them anywhere inside your project whenever you are writing an automation framework. Second, you have the complete leverage that whatever code, whatever business logic, whatever if else conditions, whatever exceptions you want to handle in that wrapper methods, you are good to go. Can you write your custom exception here? Means after close, you are getting this quit. Sorry, this get title, you are getting what? Invalid session ID. If I ask you that can you create your own custom message here? No, we cannot do that. This is the disadvantage of using directly Selenium methods. So we should try to create our own customized or wrapper methods over these Selenium methods for reusability and for our extra lines of code that we really want to write on those methods. Hmm? So let us try to create one utility today. So I'm creating one browser utility. So this utility consists of only browser-based methods. Okay. Do we need a main method? I don't think so. We will see it, but that's fine. Now, what I'm doing here, understand. First of all, to launch a browser, what I am performing, I have to use this for launching a browser. But can I write, first of all, a normal cross-browser logic here? That whenever whosoever really wants to open any browser of Edge, Firefox, Safari, Opera, whatever it is there, just call the methods of my class. That's it. You need not to write individual switch case every time. I am giving you a utility. You use the methods of my utility and you're good to go. है ना? Can we do this? So I'm just creating what? A normal, first of all, a WebDriver reference at the class level. Then what I'm doing? I'm creating one public void some init driver method. So whenever you are calling my method, my driver will be initialized. And I am providing one parameter to it. That once you are calling me na, means once you're calling init driver, you have to provide which browser name you really want to open the browser. Simple. Then what do you have to do? Nothing. First of all, let me just try to print it. That just to be double sure, browser name is whatever I am printing for my user input. That's it. And that is your browser name and same thing here. Okay. Now after printing the browser name, what I can do? I can just write an again switch case. Okay? Switch case. What is the browser? It is this name dot to lowercase and dot trim method. Okay, fine. What is the value? So first of all, I am saying my browser can be Chrome. Okay, and okay, your browser is Chrome. Then what to do? You just launch the browser, new Chrome driver. That's it. Okay, and after launching the browser or before launching the browser, can I write a small code or small lines for me that launching the Chrome browser? Just to give you more clarity. That is why these wrapper methods are really required. Launching the Chrome browser, perfect. Okay. Or I can write launching automation scripts in the Chrome browser, something like this. And then my browser will be launched. Perfect. Then break it. Okay. Similar thing, let me write it for the Edge also, my your Firefox also, and your Safari also. That's it. Okay. So I'm writing quickly for the Edge, quickly for the Firefox, and quickly for Safari. So Edge I'm writing in this way. Some changes here. Along with that, along with that, I really want to now launch what? My Edge driver and just import it. And similar way, I want to say that this is my Firefox. है ना? And I am just launching Firefox also. Firefox driver. And at the last, what I'm saying, let me launch the Safari also. And launching what? Safari. Perfect. Okay. Now next what? Is this Safari driver or what is this? Just let me see. Safari driver. Perfect. Now at the last, what do you want? If you are passing the wrong or the incorrect driver, hmm, can you just give your customized message here? Please pass the correct browser. That's it. Got it? Okay. And at last, what I'm doing? I am returning the same driver reference here. What is the use case of returning this? I'll tell you right after 5-10 minutes. But if I'm returning the driver, see, entire everything is done here. I launched my entire driver, but I really want to use this driver again now. So whosoever is calling my method should get the driver in the return. Okay. So I have to change the return type also to the WebDriver reference variable. Yes or no? Yes, I have to do it. Now, can I write some more methods here? My own customized method means if someone really want to do what? Launch the URL, can I just write my own method? Public void launch URL method. And in this provide what? The string URL, whatever you want to post it. That's it. And now guys, internally, I am using what? Selenium method only. See this. First of all, I am just printing something like this. Application URL is what? This URL. Whatever you are trying to launch. And how to launch the driver? How to launch the URL? Simple. driver dot get. So internally I'm using the Selenium script only, but I have created a wrapper method over this Selenium driver dot get. Why? Can I write some conditions here? What condition do you really want to write? This driver dot get method says that Nishan, whatever URL you give to me, I'll try to launch it. है ना? Perfect na? But yesterday, when I was telling you something, let me just check it out. Okay, do you remember, guys? I have provided you one condition that if you really don't want to give the HTTPS, was it working fine? See this. What exception it was giving to you? It was giving you a, I think, invalid argument exception. See this. But is this exception really understandable? What is invalid argument? Do you know what does this mean? No. So can we just write a small logic in my wrapper class saying that if, how do you handle the situation? If the URL that you are typing, Nishant, if the URL's index of uh, what HTTP is not equal to 0. Hmm? What does this mean? If I am saying that whatever URL you are typing, if the index of HTTP is not equal to 0, means if the HTTP or HTTPS is not at the first position or the index position, you have to do what? You have to throw some exception or some customized message. And else, if you have the complete URL, you just launch the driver, you launch the browser with the URL. That's it. Hmm? So what exception you want to throw? I told you in the exception handling case, how can you throw your own customized exception? Hmm? With the help of throw keyword. है ना? So can I now create one my own custom exception class also? That is why, guys, I told you each and everything. Because these are really required. These are the standard coding practice, a way to create an automation framework. So can I just create a browser exception class? And what this class will do? It will indirectly extends what? Runtime exception class. That's it. And since this is running, can I now create again the same thing which I created, a 2 days back, the last sessions, the last weekend sessions? Can I create an constructor of this class, browser exception, and do what? Inside this, can I pass a super keyword? Hmm? And with this exception, can I provide the message also? And giving the same to what? Super keyword with a message. Can I do this or not? I've done this a couple of times. Now, since you have created your class, what will happen? Can you now throw the exception by creating an object of your class? What is that? Browser exception. See, with a perfect message. What is that? Invalid argument HTTPS is or HTTP or HTTPS is missing. Perfect. Will this work or not? Surely work. So once you don't have any HTTP or HTTPS at the indexing position 0, you have to throw this. Don't run your program forward. But if everything is perfect, just launch the driver with a URL. That's how you have to write the code, guys. I can just line the simple line of codes in front of you and can finish the Selenium sessions, but this way doesn't work. If you're here, you have to learn good. Okay, you have to learn how to write a code. That's why so many sessions of Java were taken. Got it? Okay. Can I now do one thing? Can I also throw some exception here also? If someone is passing the wrong means browser name, can I throw my own exception here also? Browser exception with a proper message. What is that? Invalid browser or incorrect browser name, something like this. And browser is not supported. Something like this, whatever you want to give. Perfect. And since now you are throwing exception, do you need a break? No, we don't need. Perfect. Okay. What other methods can I write, guys, for time being? Launching a URL is done. Initializing a browser is done. Driver is done. Can I also try to create one wrapper over get title method? Let me just do it. So I am creating a get title method of my own, or I'll write it down, get page title. Okay. But internally, what I'll do, I'll try to use a Selenium method only. How? See, driver dot get title. That's it. And can I store the title here inside this title? Something. And what can I do? Can I directly return the title from here? Because whosoever is calling my method will get the title in return. And if I'm returning the title, what can I do? I have to change the return method, the return type also. To what? To string. That's it. That's it. In the similar way, can I create one method for the getting a page current URL also? We can public void. What is happening? Get or I'll write it down in my own way. Get page URL. And what is the method I have to use, guys, for fetching the current URL? Normal driver dot get current URL. Store it where? Again in the string, some URL, and do what? Return it. Yes or no? And since I'm returning something, so I have to give the return type also here. Okay, guys. Now, can I create a couple of more methods for quitting and closing the browser? And I don't need main method here because directly all my methods will come into picture whenever I'm calling that. Can I use one more method? What is it? Close browser, something like this. My own customized method. And in this, I'm doing what? Calling the internally the Selenium method only. What is it? Close. That's it. And can I similarly create one quit browser? Yes. And do what? Internally call the quit method. That's it. How is it, guys? Hmm? What I've done here? I have created my own utility entirely. If you really want to initialize any driver, any browser, just come to me. If you really want to close, quit, come to me. If you really want to launch a URL, use my script. If you really want to get the page title, get the page URL, use mine now. Why to use again and again the Selenium part? Because I cannot write any exception handling, any customized logic there. Or can you? No. So understood the concept of writing the utilities, guys, or not? Hmm? Have you ever done this previously? Those who have worked on Selenium? Or have you seen this sort of thing? So this is the best approach. I really don't want to write a plain, you know, code in front of you, just a raw code. No, this won't make you an expert. You have to work in this way only. Got it? Now, how to test it? If you really want to test this entire utility, can I create what? Just a second, where it is? Yes. Can I create one login page test class? And let us just try to test a utility. Login page test. That's it. Now what I'll do? Hmm? Obviously, I have to have a main method here. Now, how to call the methods of this utility class, guys? Tell me how to call the methods of this class. What I have to do?
Object functions.
Yes.
Object create.
So I have to create an object of this browser utility where in my login page test.
Login
And
page.
with that object, I have to call all the methods of the browser utility. Perfect. So what I'll do, I'll just take, okay, just give me a second. Let me just try to open one website. It's a good website, guys. Open cart. I think Naveen, okay, see this, a good website is there, e-commerce website only. So I'll just try to take one URL. We'll try to launch it. But before that, what I have to do? I have to create one object of browser utility. BR is equals to what? New browser utility. And first of all, what I have to do, guys? Just launch or initialize my driver. What? Where do you want to launch it? I am saying I really want to test my on Chrome. Okay, do it. This will do what? it is going to come here, check the case Chrome, print this line, launch my driver entirely, and then break it. That's it. And right now I am not using this driver, whatever it is returning. I'll tell you later on. Now, can I use one more script method? What is this? Launch URL. What is the URL? I have this one. Okay. Now, if I really want to fetch the title after launching this URL, what do you have to do? You just use the get title method of what? Browser utility. This will give you what? It is going to give you a, page title in this way. Okay. And now, if you really want to check whether your page title is coming fine or not, can you do in this way? That if page title dot equals or I'll rather write contains something, what this page title contains. If I'm just writing, okay, okay, something automation. Let me just try to test it. Okay. Or rather, I'll write. Just give me a second. Or rather, write some open cart. We'll see it. Okay. Then you have to do what? Control Shift F. Just give me. Okay. If my condition is success, then do what? Just print a message, normal, pass. Otherwise, fail. Okay. Okay. And can I just try to fetch the current URL also? Get page URL and can store it where? Inside my current URL. And again, first of all, let me print the URL here also. Uh, Title is what? Page title. And along with it, I'll really want to print the current URL. That's it. And at last, can I use the closed browser script from that only? See, everything is coming directly from which? From my utility. Do I need to do anything? I don't think so. Everything's perfectly fine. Okay, just test it, whether I'm getting perfect results or not. First of all, Chrome will open. See, can you see at the back end what happened? Huh? Browser name is Chrome, launching automation scripts in Chrome browser. Then application URL is this one. Title is account login. My task is getting failed. Why? Because I thought that title should contain open cart. It is not containing. So can I just check again, correct my test case, and I'm expecting it should contain accounts. See this again. First of all, browser launch, it fetched the current URL and the page title, and that's it. Perfect. Now see, browser name is Chrome, launching all the automation scripts where Chrome, application URL is this, title account is this, test case pass, and URL is this. Perfect or not? Did I use directly Selenium methods anywhere? No. That's how you have to write the code, guys. Exactly. But there is still one thing which I really don't like. Why I'm providing the conditions here in this way? I really don't like it. Can I create one more utility class? And that class will only be specific to what? To all my verification points? Yes or no? Let us do that. So I'm creating one more class, guys, something verification util, and that will only have what? All the verification methods. Hmm? And what should be the type of method should I create? Static or non-static? Now, can I create a static method here? Why? So that I need not to create an object of this utility class again and again. Directly with the help of class name, I can call this method. Okay. So I'm creating a static method with a name something verify. What to verify? So I'm providing the actual result, actual value, and also I have to provide what? the expected value. ठीक है? And in this now I can write my exact code, whatever you want to write. What is the code? So first of all, I am saying printing the actual something like this. Actual value is what? Your actual value. Okay. Okay. After printing, what do you want to do? Can I now put my if condition here? What? That first of all, if your actual value, understand, is exactly equals to what? Hmm? The expected value, you have to do what? Hmm? Just pass a small message that yes, actual value, uh, which is this one, is equal to what? My expected value. That's it. Hmm? And at last, do what? Return true. Huh? And in the else condition, do what? Try to write a same sort of logic, but obviously, in the negative case, that actual value is not equal to this expected value. And what do you do? Return false. And since now you're returning something, a Boolean value, what is the method type? It should also return
Boolean.
Boolean. Perfect. Hmm? And instead of this, I can write this also. What do you want to write? Anything. Hmm? Now, I told you about method overloading concept also. Yes or no? है ना? Can I overload this method to check my integer conditions? Because right now this method is only applicable to what? For handling my string values. But can I overload this method, guys, and say, this time I really want to check two integer values? See, you have just done it. A small change. What is that? How do you compare two integer values? Double equal? Yes or no? That's it. No other changes are required. Exact everything remains. Got it? So in this way, try to think logically that how many methods you can try to write in a common utility. And can I write one more method, guys? Similar sort of method for the string only. Because right now this method says that Nishant, if you have the exact match, dot equals what? Exact match, then only things will work. But how about I can have a method like this also, contains also, है ना? I can also check the contains also, na? So instead of equals, what I have to write? I have to check with the contains method that if your string value is containing this thing, it is perfectly matching. Or I can write now the method name change also, your body, that actual value, this one contains the expected and value. Perfect. And I can write does not what contains this expected value. Perfect. Done. So let us just keep our utility till three methods only, one integer and two string methods. Perfect. Anything else? Do you really want to change? No, that's done. Now, can I directly use my utility method where? In my login page test or not? How? See this, guys. Now, since you have created a static method, so with the help of what? Verification utility class, can you call any method? Since now you have two string values to be compared, can you do it? Yes. What is the actual value? This is my actual value. What is the expected value, guys? I am expecting as account login. Exact match. ठीक है? This is the page title only, na? And after printing it, I can just write it at the end. Don't write it here. Means you get the page title, print it, and then just check it out. Check it out in this way. And let me change the title, uh, title and title. Can you do the same thing with the current URL? And let me just First of all, print the current URL, and this time you what? Don't try to check the exact thing, but check the contains method. What is the actual value? Page title, not the page title, sorry, current URL. And now you really want to check that whether this entire URL consists of some open cart. We will check it out. Okay? And at last, do what? Just close the browser. Did you write any boilerplate code here in this test method, test class? No. Everything is there in your different utilities. So this way, guys, believe me, you have to work on in any company. Test class is just for writing a test case. That's it. Whatever boilerplate code is there, keep it in your utilities. Now see, will this work fine or not? If you have any issues, obviously this will say that, yes, Nishant, you have an issue. But let it run. See, don't worry about this connection reset. Sometimes this comes whenever you use your browser, no close browser command, but that's fine. Let us see from here. Browser name is Chrome. Launching all your scripts in Chrome. Application URL is this one. Title is account login. So actual value is account login only. Hence, your actual value account login is exactly equal to this account login. What do you have current URL? This one. The actual value of current URL is this. So actual value of this current URL is doing what? Is contains the open cart value. Can you see this? Here it is, open cart. This way, guys, you have to, write your utilities. Just giving a space here. Just give me a second. Equal to contains space and here also. Got it, guys? Any confusion here? Try to create such methods, after the class is over. You have the entire week for you to spare because a lot of things Selenium will cover. Hmm? It will cover your Java part also, your logical thinking, code, and obviously your Selenium methods. Perfect. ठीक है. Okay, let us now discuss more things about Selenium. Okay, what is that? Uh, okay, let us now discuss about the concept of web elements. Do you know what web elements are? Hmm? See this. I'm just opening the same page, Naveen Open Cart, whatever it is there. Tell me in this entire page, what are the web elements?
The top, my wish list, my account.
See, whatever you see
Hmm.
on this entire web page, just below this line, just below this Naveen Automation Labs, open cart line, from the currency till the footers, till here, everything is the web element. Everything. Whatever you see on the web page, on the Amazon site, see this. Whatever you see here, from this Amazon, means below this line, till where? Till the footers. Everything is the web element. Why? Because you can work with them. You can play with them. So Selenium says everything you see on the web page is a web element for you. Now it depends upon you how you play with them, how you locate them, or how you interact with them. So there are different techniques to play with these web elements. Okay? But how to locate them, first of all? It's very simple. You just need to right click, inspect, or press function F12 on your screen. Now what happened, guys? Understand. Whenever you are opening a page, a HTML web page, whatever application is there, what will happen? Before actual opening your web page, there is a DOM here, a HTML DOM. This gets loaded. See this. I don't know, this site is a small site only. Otherwise, I'll just go, just give me a second. Let me open the Amazon application only to show you that case. This is my Amazon application. Just right click and inspect it. This is my HTML DOM. What do you mean by HTML DOM? A language in which your entire web page is created. Okay? I'll talk about this something 2-3 minutes later on. But see, as soon as I am, understand, refreshing this page, guys, can you see? First of all, this DOM got refreshed. not this web page. See, again, I'm refreshing it. See, the DOM got refreshed. Just a difference of milliseconds or microseconds. So the concept is your web page comes later on than your actual DOM, HTML DOM. So all the elements which are there in your web page now, that gets loaded first with the help of your HTML DOM. What is the full form of DOM? It's a document object model. DOM says that Nishant, whatever you see on the web page, I have everything here. But in the coding format, in some HTML text format, some attributes format, but whatever you see on the web page, it's all about look and feel. Okay? But if you really want to interact with the shoes, with the get your game on, shops for your home, you have to come inside your DOM, interact in the normal HTML tags, attributes way, and work on them. So for Selenium, you have to interact for Playwright, for Cypress, whatever you want to do, whichever tool you use. There is always a concept of HTML DOM. You have to interact with the elements. So just for example, I'm just interacting with this treat yourself, or forget about this. I'm just hovering on this today's deal. See, can you see what is this? Today's deal is here. Huh? This is basically a link. Hmm? It consists of multiple attributes, some tag names. Okay. So just giving you an overview. If for those who don't know, still who are a fresher or have just started the Selenium, just 2-3 minutes. So guys, what is this A here? A refers that Nishan, this is a tag. So whatever you see in the Angular brackets now, guys, these are the tags. What is the tag name here? It is A. What is the tag name of this div class NEV div? This one. What is the tag name? Tag name is div. What is the tag name of this? Script type, text, JavaScript window, and all these things. Tag name is script. Okay. What is the tag name of this? Li class is equals to NAV Li. Tag name is Li. Got it? Okay. Okay. Mm. Let us come in here only. Today's deal. What is today's deal? Hmm? Is this a tag or what? No, it's just a simple text. So whatever you see written without any, or in between the text, these are the text. Then what is this href class? What is this type? What is this your forget about it? Something else. What is this ID? What is this class? What are these? Hmm? These are the attributes. For every tag which opens with the angular bracket, closes with a slash angular bracket, everything consists of attributes. So right now in this div, if you'll see, it consists of an ID attribute, it consists of a class attribute, and that's it. This script line consists of what? One script tag, type is attribute, है ना? And that's it. If you come about in this today's deal, A is what? Tag, href is what? Attribute, class is what? Attribute. Type is what? Attribute. But what is today's deals? Just a simple text. ठीक है? Come down. Let us see few more things. Come inside this ahref. This one, disability customer support. First of all, tell me what is A? It's a tag. What is href? It's also a tag. What is area label? It's also a tag. Then what is this click to call on disability customer support line or reach us directly at this one? What is this? This is the value of this attribute. ठीक है? So for every attribute, there can be a value. है ना? What is the value of type here inside this script, guys? The value is text slash JavaScript. Got it? But what is this disability customer support? This does not have any attribute. So whenever you don't have any attribute with any thing, na, this is a text only, a normal text. Okay, understood, guys? A simple thing, how to read a DOM, a normal way. Hmm? Okay, forget about this Amazon application. Let us come on the simple application now. So understand, if I have to today work on this email address field, can you see this is what? Email address, password, these are what? These are all the web elements. So let us just decode this. Let me hover on it. So see, guys, whenever you want to locate a web element, na, or forget about it. Just let me start with a simple thing. First of all, you now know what is web element. It is everything you see on the web page. It is as simple as that. But how to work with the web element? What is the formula to work with the web element? Understand. A simple formula that is common for everything. Either you work with Playwright, Cypress, Selenium, whatever tool you use, formula remains same. What is that? So to formula to work with web element is that it is divided into two parts. One part is locate the web element. Okay? And second is what? Hmm? Interact with it or perform some actions. Actions can be what? If you really want to enter some text in the text field, you really want to click the radio button. Hmm? You really want to fetch the text of any element. These all are the actions you are performing. So understand, whenever you really want to work with web element, any element, you have to make sure these two formulas are not broken down. First of all, locate it and then perform anything you want to do. Got it? ठीक है? Okay. Second thing, how to locate a web element now? See this. Just give me a second. If you really want to locate a web element, guys, just click on this. Can you see this arrow button? Click on here. Okay? And then hover anywhere. Anywhere. See this. All these are the web elements. If I really want to interact with this email address, come here. Click it. That's it. Okay? Now, what is the tag of this email address, guys? Tell me. Now you tell me. What is the tag here? Tag is input. What different attributes this consists of? It consists of one type attribute, one name attribute, one placeholder attribute, one ID attribute, one class attribute. Perfect. Does this entire tag have any text? A normal text? No. We will see the text example also. But what is the value of this type attribute? Hmm? Value is text. What is the value of this placeholder attribute? It is email address. What is the value of this ID attribute, guys? It is input email. What is the value of this class? It is form control. ठीक है? Okay. Let me hover on this email address, this one. Let us try to decode this also. What is the tag name here? Hmm? Tag name is label.
Label.
What are the different attributes? It consists of one class attribute, one for attribute, and that's it. Only two attributes. What are the value of attributes here? For class attribute, the value is control label. है ना? For attribute, the value is what? Input label. Then what is this email address, guys? It does not have any attribute. So this direct thing which is written here without any attribute, this is the exact text of this element. So if you really want to fetch the text of an element, now, if someone knows, you have to use what? Dot get text method of any element. So this is going to return you this one. ठीक है? Without any attribute. So you got it? A normal thing that how to work with the how to locate the web element and what are tags, what are attributes, what is text value. Hmm? Okay. ठीक है. Let us now try to understand how can we interact or how can we locate our elements via code, via Selenium code. Because manually we have located that this is my email address, and tomorrow if I am going to locate a password, I'm able to do it. but how to do it programmatically. See this. So I am going to tell you guys different ways to locate web element. And then we are going to choose one methodology that remains constant in the entire industry of the IT. You go anywhere. When you go in a very good company, some good companies where automation frameworks are there now, I'll tell you that approach that we will take today remains constant everywhere. And this is the best approach. My candidates have actually cleared all the interviews. See this. I'm sorry, just give me a second. What are the different ways to locate the web element? Or I'll say how to create the web element. ठीक है? Understand? So, see this. If I really want to locate an element now, there are only two methods to locate element. What is that? So if I'll just open, just give me a second, that same diagram of hierarchy that I shown you yesterday. Uh, just give me a second, guys. I told you about Selenium WebDriver hierarchy. Yes or no? And I told you there are two methods coming from the search context. So with the help of only these two methods, all the elements of all the web applications will be located. So first method is used to locate only single element. Second method is used to locate what? Multiple or a bunch or a set of elements, similar elements. But today we will talk about only web element, find element. Hmm? See this. So if you really want to, first of all, locate the web element, guys, let me just try to, just give me a second. Let me just try to copy the things from here. Mm, okay, and instead of this, I want to have another application. What is that? I'll take this Naveen Automation Labs app for you. And that's it. Okay, it is going to do what? It is going to launch this application open cart for me. After launching this application, or forgot about it, let me just first of all launch it in front of you. This will do what? Open the browser, है ना? And then it will launch Naveen Automation Labs open cart application for you. That's it. But after launching this application, what do you want? You really want to say that Nishan, today I want to interact with these elements, email address and password today for it. That's it. How to do it? Hmm? So first of all, hover on it. Again, see this. This is the entire DOM structure of this particular element. So understand, you have to write a line in this way. Driver dot find element method is coming from where? From the search context. And this is saying what? That Nishant, you have to provide me a value of by type. What is by here? So by is basically a class in Selenium, guys. Okay? How? Understand how you have to locate. So you have to write by dot. There are different methods with the help of which you can actually locate element. By the help of class name, CSS selector, XPath, link text, ID, name, tag name, partial link text, everything I'll tell you. But today, I'll only tell you about the ID concept. How you can locate any element which consists of an ID attribute. So ID is what? Hmm? Can you see any ID attribute here? Yes, I have an ID attribute. So this method by.id will be applicable for all the elements which consist of any ID attribute. Now, how to locate this? Simple. By.id says that Nishant, give me the ID of the element you really want to locate. So what is the value of this ID, guys? It is input email. Just copy it from here. That's it. So now this line says you have actually located the ID. Sorry, the email field. This field, see, uh, this field you have actually located. You have actually interacted with it. But how? If you really want to enter some text here, so you have to use a send keys method. And inside this, you have to enter what? Whatever you want. I am saying I want to enter tom@gmail.com. That's it. Will this work? Hmm? It will surely work. Let us see. I'm just right clicking on it, run as and Java application. See, it is launching the application. And can you see? Quickly it entered tom@gmail.com. Why? Because you have located this element with the help of your ID field. ID is what? Attribute. Hmm? So let us see what are the different approaches uh, to locate plus interact with the web elements. Okay? And then we will finalize our best way. So this is another way. If you really want to locate the email address feed with the help of ID, you did it. Okay? You entered the value also. है ना? How about the password? How can you enter the password? You just hover on it, select this. And do you have any ID attribute? Yes, I have. What is the value? I have an input password. Copy it. Write the same line again. What is that? Driver dot find element. Which element? With the help of by.id field. Do you have any ID? Yes, I have that. This is the value of ID. And what? Send keys. Send keys method is doing what? It is actually entering the values. That's it. Hmm? This is my approach. Directly locating the element from here till here and then interacting with the element from here to here directly in a single line. Will this work? Let me see. Run as this one. Can you see? Okay, just a second. My mistake. I have to change my value of this ID. What was the value? We copied it, na? Copy and paste it. Now let us see. Will this work or not? Can you see, guys? Value in the email address got entered. Value in the password got entered. है ना? Perfect. Okay. This is another approach. A simple plain approach. When you are interacting, locating the element plus playing with the element. But let us see second approach, how to utilize the same. Okay, what is the approach? So in this, guys, what I'm doing, I'm trying to divide this entire line in two ways. First of all, I'm saying I really want to locate the element. That's it. ठीक है? But what is the return type of this find element method? It is giving you a web element. So you have to store it inside your web element email, something like this. ठीक है? Okay, let me just try to comment this. So I have located one email address value here. Can I do the same with the help of your password also? Yes. How? Driver.find element. This time I'm locating what? The password field and also storing the same in where? Perfect. Okay. Now understand. With the help of this email, can I use the send keys? Definitely. The same thing now I can use. But in the second approach, what I did, I actually divided my locating and interacting the elements in the two ways. And with the help of same password, can I just send keys? Yes. Saying Tom at the rate 123. Something like this. Will this work? What I've done in this approach, guys? Hmm? I have tried to break down this entire line into two ways. First of all, find the element and then interact with the element. Well, let us see, will this work or not? See, perfectly worked. Then what is the use case? Why it is better than the previous approach? So tomorrow you say, Nishant, if I really want to use this email again, by sending the keys, can I do it? So this time I'm saying Nishant at the rate 123 or Nishant at the rate gmail.com. And I really want to update my password also. Can I do this? Yes. Nishant at the rate 123. Will this work or not? Let us see. See, it worked. Along with Tom, I have the Nishant also. Along with the Tom password, I have the Nishant also. So I'll show you how you can clear this out. But for timing, understand it here. That this is what a reusability I'm doing. With the help of same email, I can reuse this email field again and again. Anywhere in the entire page, if I really want to do it, do it. है ना? Is this a more better approach than the first one or not? Yes, it is. Hmm? Now, let us see one more approach. A more better approach than second one. So guys, I am, taking you to these approaches because I really don't want to write a complex code in front of you. You should understand from where we are coming. And we should, pace up only when we are able to understand the basic things. Hmm? What is third approach now? Can I further devise this entire line, guys? Understand, in a smaller chunk? How? Can I maintain this by.id separately? See this. I am saying by.id, I am maintaining separately. Then what is the return type of this by.id? It is again giving me a by type. See, by type. Can I store it inside some by reference variable? I am saying email uh, reference. That's it. And can I do the similar thing with the password also? Storing it where? Inside a by type pass reference. So guys, the question to you, how I am able to fetch the ID method directly with the help of by.id? What is the logic behind it? Hmm? Can you understand that ID will be a static method only? That is why I am able to fetch the by.id with the help of what? Class name dot method name. Yes or no? So everywhere the logic of Java comes. That is why by.id means class name dot method name. I am able to fetch this attribute. ठीक है? So here I am doing what? Huh? Maintaining the separate by locators. And then right now I have just maintained the locator. How to interact with the element, how to locate the element, same thing. Driver dot find element, but this time, do you have a by type or not? Yes, I have. What is that? I have this by type. Okay, perfect. Store it where? Inside your same something like this. Web element email. Okay, and just let me uh do what? Comment this out again. Just a second. Okay. Now, driver dot what is this? Just give me a second. Okay, email, sorry, email only is equals to driver. Yes. Now, can I locate the password now? Driver dot find element. Do you have any byte type? Yes, I have the byte type. What is that? It is a pass reference. Pass reference. That's it. Where should you store it? What is the return type of this find element? Obviously web element. So I'm storing it again the web element password. Now till now, here what I've done, I have actually located my element in this line. These lines are not locating the element, guys. Understand? These lines are doing that. Hmm? Now, location is done. How about if I really want to interact with that element? Can I use the again thing? Email dot same thing here. From here, I can I use the same thing or not? Email dot send keys on this thing. Something like this. See? And removing this one. Will this work or not? First of all, what I've done here, I have broken down this second approach into two more scripts. First of all, locating my, sorry, maintaining my bilocators, locating my elements, performing actions. See, let us see, will this work or not? See, it worked perfectly fine with the nishan.gmail.com. Huh? So why this approach is better than the second one, guys? Hmm? Understand. In this approach, understand, if you have this page, a web page, and in this page, you have 100 of the elements to be interacted with. So can you just maintain the 100 bilocators in your page? And whenever there is a requirement to interact with them, just interact in this way. That's it. Why to directly interact with all the elements? Hmm? So what is the use of maintaining the bilocators, guys? Understand. Whenever you are maintaining the bilocators in such a way, na, you are not hitting the server. You are only hitting the server here whenever you are trying to locate them. But keeping the bilocators in the page is the best approach. Everyone does this. And whenever you really want to interact with your element, locate them. Okay? Why to locate all the elements unnecessarily, keeping a load on the server? Don't do it. Just maintain bilocators. Okay? And then interact with the elements whenever it is required. And then perform the actions. That's it. A better approach than the third one. Okay. Do we have any other better approach? Hmm? Do we have another better approach? Can we do something like this? That every time I really want to interact with my elements, guys, I am again and again writing this line. Driver.find element, driver.find element. Can I try to maintain a common static method for this? Hmm? Can I maintain something like this? Public void uh, get element method. And in this method, what I am passing? I am passing a bilocator. Something like this. Hmm? And inside this, I am doing what? Writing the same line coming from here. That's it. And just a second. Driver.find element. Uh, just give me a second. I have to make the driver static also. Just give me a second. Provide it here at the class level, otherwise things will not work. So see this. Can I pass directly the locator here? Directly you can pass. What is the by type? You have a locator. That's it. And what this method is giving? It is giving you a web element. Store it. EL. And then do what? Return the exact element from here. And now since you're returning, you have to change the return type also to web element. Okay? So now what you have done? You have actually tried to create a method for avoiding this line of writing again and again. Okay? Now let us see how this will work. I'm just trying to comment this down. Let us see our fourth approach. So this time also, guys, I have to maintain my bilocators. That remains common from now on. Maintaining bilocator is the first and the foremost thing. Okay? Okay. Then do what? Instead of driver.find element writing this line, can I directly call this method or not? This method. And let me make this method as static to call this method directly. See, can I call this method or not? See, yes. And what is the locator I have? I have this locator. Okay. And what is the return type of this method? It is returning me a web element and email, something like this. Again, can I call this method or not? For my password? Yes. What is the locator? This time I have this locator. Return type. This method is giving me web element. What? Password. So what I have done here, instead of writing this line driver.find element again and again, I have just created my own customized method, a wrapper again. And now, if you really want to interact or perform some action on the element, can you do this? Email dot something like this. again. Just a second. See this. Will this work or not? Let us see. If this time this works or not by creating a common method. Can you see this, guys? It worked. Hmm? So that is the more better approach than my fourth one. Maintaining the common customized wrapper methods without writing again and again the same line. Got it? Let us see the fifth approach now. I hope you are able to understand this thing. I'm just moving steadily because I really want you to understand. What other lines of code you think you are writing it again and again? See, maintaining the bilocators, you have to do it every class, every test class. So one of the duplicate writing of the code we removed, this one. What are the other line of code we have in duplicate here? Don't you think writing this send keys, dot send keys, dot send keys again and again, this is also duplicate? Hmm? Can I create one more customized method, something like this public void do send keys and pass what? Directly the locator here again, along with whatever string value you want to pass it. Huh? Perfect. Now, instead of writing this line of code again and again, let me just comment it out this also. And let me just maintain my bilocators again. ठीक है? Bilocators we maintained. But now, tell me, if I really want to enter any text, what do I have to do? First of all, locate an element. है ना? Then to locate an element, do we have any method here to locate an element? Yes, I have. What is that? Get element. So internally, this method is do send keys is utilizing what? Locating this one using this method. And then send keys. What? I have this value to send. That's it. Perfect. Just a simple line of code, a wrapper method over my normal Selenium methods. I have drilled down the entire code into a smaller one. Now, you have the bilocators, guys. है ना? If you really want to send something, enter something, which method do you want to call? Can I call directly this method? Do send keys here. And what is the value? First of all, pass the bilocator. And do you have any value? Yes, I have. What is that? I have tom@gmail.com. Simple. And can I call this method again? Why? Because this time I have a locator yeah, pass reference. And what is the value you have? I have a value like tom 123, something like this. Hmm? Will this work or not? Surely work. See this. Can you see this, guys? Tom@gmail and all these things. Hmm? Can you are now getting a flavor of automation engineers or not? This is how you have to write a code, understand the code in our automation industry. Hmm? Now see, from the first approach, which we were writing what? A lengthy lines, duplicate code, not even maintaining bilocators, and we have come a long way. Where? Just maintain your bilocators, directly call the methods. That's it. Else everything is going to be take care of what? These two methods will take care. Do you need to take care of anything? No. So this is the almost the best approach for me. Fifth approach. But let us see one last approach and why this sixth approach is the best one. Hmm? See this. Just a small change now because we have almost optimized our code. We have to maintain the bilocators anyhow. There is no other way. Okay, we have to just a second. We have to maintain it because bilocators maintenance has to be done in every test class based on your page classes. If you have a login page test, you have to maintain all the bilocators. Yeah. But can I keep my methods? What happened? Okay, sorry. Let it be. I'm just commenting it out. Now, what I'm saying, right now my methods are here in the same class. Can I create a common utility class where I can keep on writing all the such methods, common methods inside my common utility file? Hmm? And from now on, from today onwards, we will try to grow our element utils class. What this class says, it says, Nishant, whatever you methods you think you are creating a wrapper methods, just try to provide or keep all those methods here. So what I can do, I can just cut down all the methods from here, Control X, and I am now putting my methods where? In this class. So from today onwards, guys, we will just keep on evolving and improving and growing our element utils class from today onwards. And after 5, 6, 7 sessions, you will see that this class consists of 20, 30, 40 methods. And the same element util class we are going to use directly where? In our automation framework. ठीक है? Okay. How will you get the driver here? You don't have any driver here. Can I just create a private driver here also in this class? Hmm? Can I do it or not? Yes, I can do it. And again, it is I'm getting an issue here, error here. Why? Because this method is static and this driver variable is what? Non-static. So just remove the static from here. I don't want to keep the static here. Just remove it. Error gone. Hmm? Now, tell me one thing. I have maintained my bilocators here. Now, how to use the do send keys method of this element utils class, guys? Hmm? I really want to perform some action on the elements. How to do it? Hmm? Can I create an object of element utils here or not? Hmm? And then with the help of el dot, can I fetch do send keys? Provide the locator. What is it? I have an email reference locator. What is the value? Sorry, just a second. Copy, paste. What is the value? I have something tom@gmail.com. Same. Can I again call this method? For what? For the password. This is my locator by locator. What is the value you have? I have tom@123. Will this work or not? Hmm? See, will this work or not, guys? Directly fetching all the methods from here in my common element util. Hmm? Let us see if this work or not. For me, I know it should not work. There is one issue. It opened this page, but nothing is getting entered here. Why? See this. What exception I am getting? I am getting a null pointer exception. Why? It is saying Nishant cannot invoke the WebDriver because this dot driver is null. What does this mean? And it is giving me exception at line 81 here that Nishant, if you really want to do send keys, I am thinking your driver is null. And then I am getting exception 21 line here. And I am getting exception where? 14th line. Why? Why? Have I initialized my driver in this class? No. It is initialized with the default value, which was null. So null dot find element will give me what? Obviously null pointer exception. How to initialize this driver here? Hmm? See this. Can I create a constructor of this element util? A normal constructor. And in this constructor, can I pass this dot driver is what? Driver. And from where will I get this driver? Whenever someone is trying to create an object of this class, element util, I have to pass the driver from my end. Now will this work, guys? Let us see. See this, what I'm doing here now. I am trying to create an element util class, but what I have to provide? I have to provide a driver reference. And from where I am getting this driver, guys? Hmm? From my this class. See this, which got already initialized. So the same driver reference I am passing where? Huh? In this element util class. Now, as soon as the constructor of this element util class will be called, the driver which consists of our reference is now being assigned to where? To this global variable, this one. And the same global variable is finding the element, performing all the actions for me. Now this time, null pointer exception issue solved or not? See this. Can you see? Perfectly worked. Hmm? So this approach 6 is the best and the most used approach in all the automation industry. So from today, whatever concepts we see in the Selenium, we will try to maintain our common methods, common utility where? In the element utils class. We will try to keep it on growing. Hmm? Because we really want to maintain our uh, common methods are reusable methods. Got it? Any confusion here till? Hmm? Understood the concept, guys? I know, for all those people uh, new to coding and all these things can take time because this is a pain area. For a couple of 2-3 sessions now, to understand things, it is a pain area. But believe me, if you take this pain for a couple of sessions, you're going to do good. Because writing a simple line of code now won't work for anyone, those who have an experience. You have to think differently in this way only. Okay, got it? So six approach is the best one. We have to first of all maintain a bilocators, and then we have to use the element util class to directly do whatever we want to do it via our own customized wrapper methods. Now, can I just, I'll take 5 more minutes more. Can I create a normal login paste test class again? Or let me try to use this open cart login page test class. And let us try to now do what? Combine browser util and element util class combinedly. I really don't want to write any boilerplate code. Now, first of all, you tell me how to initialize the driver. What I have to do? This is my test class. Can I first of all create a browser util object? Again, browser utility br is equals to new browser utility. And can I now init the driver? What is the name? I really want to test it on the Chrome. Now see what this init driver is passing. It is giving me a driver reference. Now see this, guys. This driver reference which just got invoked here. है ना? Now I am trying to return the driver from here. And what I'll do? I'll try to store the same driver here. Here. That's why I return the driver from there, this method. And now, if I really want to launch my URL, what I have to do? I have to pass the that URL. Can I just use this URL? Because I really want to pass my username and password. है ना? Now what? This thing I have done. Can I again get the page title from here? Store it where? String title. And can I now use the again verification combinedly all the utilities? Verification util dot verify. I am saying the actual, not this one, the string one. And I am saying this is my actual, and I am expecting the exact title as what? Just a second. Account login. Hmm? And can I now do what? Hmm? Maintain my bilocators here because I really want to enter my username and password. So I'm just picking my bilocators from here again. Since this is my test class, so I have to maintain my bilocators here only. That's it. Okay. And now, how to send my data in the text field here inside here after fetching the title? Hmm? I have to create what? Element util class is equals to new element util. And now guys see the same driver which got returned. I have to pass it here. This is what we are doing the chaining of this driver. And once this element util got the driver, the same driver will be passed here, same will be passed here, same will be given here, same will be given here. And with the help of this, I got a reference to this driver again. No null pointer. Will this work or not? Let us see. El dot what? Do send keys. Do you have any locators? Yes, I have. What is the value you want to enter? So I want to enter tom@gmail.com. Okay. Do you want to do anything? Yes, I have some more thing. So I have this uh, element now, and I am saying tom@123. And at the last, what do you want to do? I want to close the browser. That's it. Coming from where? From my utility. Hmm? So for time being, I'm not closing my browser because I really want to show you whether I'm able to enter or not. Let us see. Can you see this, guys? Values got entered and things I am getting from browser util also, from my element util also. So three utilities I have combined today in the single test. What is that? Browser utility, verification utils, and element utils. So I'm getting the browser name, launching all my scripts on Chrome. Application URL is this, actual login is this, and hence test is perfectly working fine. And I am able to print also, means send the text also. And at the end, if you really want to close the browser, do it in this way. See this? It will quickly close it after entering everything. That is so quick. So now do you see any boilerplate code here? Some rubbish code, some extra lines, something this? No. A plain, simple, neat and clean code. Why? Because behind that you have created your utilities. This one, and this one. This is how perfect you should. Got it? Any questions still here? Hmm?
Uh, Super good, Nishan.
Pardon?
No, no, super good, I'm
Okay,
telling.
good to hear.
This practice.
So guys, I know, no, for all the new folks, if you have some questions, let it be. You have it, fine. You will be resolving all your questions once you see the recording again. Try to create all these things at your end. Because understand, believe me, if you're not writing any code from your hand now and feeling very good, you're Nishant is teaching very good and I'm understanding everything, things will surprise you at the end. So keep on writing the code every day. This is just an advice for you guys. Hmm? I know I can write this entire utility in front of you because I have done this so many times in my trainings. But I really want you to be smart, good enough that you are able to write this code. So what do you have to do? You have an entire week to spare, guys. Do one thing. You just take this application only, come on this My Accounts, use this register page. Now, can you maintain a registration page for me, similar like this? It's an open cart login page test. Create one class, registration, open cart registration page test at your end. Do what? Try to locate all the elements. First name, last name, email, telephone, password, confirm password. Do this. Till now, I have not shown you about how to click a button and this subscribe and all this thing. Let it be. But do one thing for me. Try to locate all the elements. Try to enter all the text here with the utilities, not a normal way. Can you do it for me? It's an assignment for you. It will take some time, obviously. But Once you are able to do this assignment now, you will see you will also have all the utilities created at your end. Plus, you will be able to write this code. So clean code. Hmm? Try to do it, guys. And then surely we will meet next time in the next session because we really want to grow our utility. Hmm? Got it? Okay, guys. I think a lot of talkings today, a lot of things today, but try to complete this assignment. I really want to see assignment this, I will be, asking you to share your screen in the next session and show me what all utilities you created. Don't send your assignment to me. From today onwards, it's all about practice. Hmm? Okay, fine, guys. Thanks a lot for joining the session. Let us see again in you the next one. Okay, thank you. Take care. Bye bye.